Hello, everybody. Welcome back to RDD to the top, NDD to the top, and we are back for the road to 2,000 yet again. My avatar did not save, but we are back again, and this time we have got to 1,500 from the last episode. Make sure you guys check those out, where you can make some good plays, some questionable plays, and where all this channel is getting better at VGC, doubles, and a lot of other formats that will definitely continue doing once the road to 2,000, and maybe even some more recapping things as well based on tournaments and other things like that coming up. In the last one though, we are now 27 and 5 with 1,500, and now it's gonna come down to trying to hopefully get to 1,600 today. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. I hope you all are having an amazing day. We just need to get into some games. Tomorrow will be the RBEL draft when the time goes up for this. And so this one's going to be interesting to hopefully make RBEL. There was an announcement for people who aren't in the loop on RBEL about how some like RBTT players who are managers for RBEL can now participate as well. And so that's definitely interesting. Definitely hurts my chances because there's a lot of good doubles players in already for RBEL, and I looked at the RBTT draft, or like all RBTT manager signups, and a lot of them are incredibly good players. Also, this thing could rage powder here. I think we'll actually ice beam here. I don't want to set trick room. I don't want to set trick room at all. We don't really have much for camera up here. I think we could actually probably double this Amoongus. He's gonna tear a steel immediately. Okay. We do get a freeze, so that's really good. Camera up, yeah, Executor is gonna get hit pretty hard from that. I do get burned on Greninja, which, you know, it's kind of unfortunate. That's not the end of the world. Now we can just Hydro Pump here, and our Executor doesn't really have a role at this moment. With the potential of Heat Wave, we will kill Camera up, so he's definitely gonna prize swap the slot out. But it's not much of a problem for me to, or actually, I'm also going to turn on timer. I think theoretically he'll swap out. He'll probably swap out here. We'll Hydro Pump the Amoonga slot because I don't think he's going to stay in at all. We could honestly Psychic Camera just to see, because we do live a Heat Wave, correct? Yeah, 65.1. Well, we don't actually, so I think he might. I don't think he's good. I think he's going to swap. I'm pretty sure, yeah. We got big damage on the Poliwrath here. What a good switch in for me to catch. Ooh, yeah. This is a big damage there. We are in a really good position now. 375 base speed. We threaten Poliwrath here. I think what he might do is an ultimatum where he brings out Camera, and I have to either choose one or the other, maybe. But at the same time, I think I'm fine with that because I'll kill Poliwrath. I would kill Camera, so I doubt that's going to be play. We just need to see what else he has. He has a Grumpig out. So yeah, it is an ultimatum type situation where a Dark Pulse actually doesn't kill. Does he have protect? No, he doesn't. So we don't have a kill though. I see why he did that. What I could do here is actually go for a protect with my Mon here. Does he have any KOs with either of my Mons? No. So I think what we'll do is let my Greninja protect. We'll Psychic the Poliwrath, so he protects. Okay, perfect. He does go for knockoff on the Executor. That's fine. Got hiccups. That's fine though. We're looking really good here. Everything is in a pretty solid matchup. We still have a Greninja looking really healthy there. I would have preferred to get that damage, and now we have to deal with a Mew, and this Mon is annoying to deal with for sure. And if you guys saw like the second one right at the end with the Annihilate and Mew, that thing is a problem. We had to get rid of that. Also, crit. Did crit matter there? It helped the odds. It wasn't guaranteed. It was like 62. So, I mean, it was more than likely going to happen, but I mean, more than likely is always better than having a crit and getting a guaranteed versus more than likely is a lot better of a choice. Now we're running into a Yanmega and a Grumpig here. So, with this Grumpig, Lycanroc kills the Lycanroc kills Yanmega easily with Rock Slide. So we're gonna be doing 36 from Rock Slide, plus Pollen Puffs 653 to 657 to 68. We're looking pretty good here. He's gonna swap the camera up, that's fine. Grumpig should go down here. He did a nasty plot. Ooh, do we get it? We pick up the KO, big kill. And now this is looking like Lycanroc's domain here. Pretty much getting the win, and there's the forfeit there. 15-24, we are going up to the top here. And we're already looking pretty good here. Made a lot of good plays there. Definitely should have, I think, honestly, probably should have not protected this one for damage, but I just was worried he was going to go for damage with the Poliwrath there, because I didn't kill him. He didn't kill me, per se. But I preferably wanted to keep my Greninja a little bit healthier there, is my perspective. So now we're going to have to deal with a Iron Jugulus and an Arbok here. With my Bastiodon and my Petra. This Arbok could be physical. Yeah, it's either bulky attacker or bulky protect. And then Iron Jugulus could be a lot of different things. It is Life Orb, Iron Jugulus, because the boost energy did not proc. Because it's a Life Orb, Dark Pulse Arcade, that protect, you have Earth Power, you have Tailwind. Looking at my Petron here, it's really a Sing Duck. And even you can argue my Bastiodon's a Sing Duck. This thing does have Earth Power and can probably do enough damage here. So I don't really have like a good pivotal Mon in. I do have a Bruxfish, but that does get kind of countered out by the Jugulus. Both Mons kind of have like a check and balance to me here. I think if I theoretically, how much does that Earth Power do? Dark Pulse also does a lot, so I do need to keep an eye out for that. I think we'll go Barraskewda here. I think that's probably the legitimate play. And then just issues, the Bastiodon just doesn't really do anything to either Mons per se. We could get a little bit of damage with Body Press, and then maybe that will open up a KO the next turn. It would. I think that's what we'll do. We'll Body Press into Bastiodon. Yes, the Arbok will be a kind of annoying Mon later on, but with Bruxfish's Bruxfish having Psychic Fang, it can deal with the Arbok in a pretty much safe Oko. So we really need to deal with the Jugulus at the moment. Additionally, we don't really have anything for Arbok to really do damage to. He might just go for like a knockoff on the Petron slot. If we do knockoff, what does that do? 36 plus Dark Pulse doing 74. I don't know. Maybe regret my choice here. But I think he also might see the he might see the Bastiodon as the problem and ignore Petron, because Petron doesn't really do much besides maybe Malignant chaining the Jugulus is what I think he'll do. So we're looking really good here. We're gonna swap Barraskewda. He's gonna go for the Earth Power like I thought. Is he double the slot? He's gonna Glare the Barraskewda. That's not good. That's not what I thought was gonna happen, truth to be told. We honestly, like, if he does want to double this Barraskewda, we rest with Bastiodon, I think. Yeah, we can rest with Bastiodon, I think. Definitely is a tough matchup than I thought it would be. I didn't think about Glare. I knew I had Glare, but I wasn't thinking, because Petron's already pretty slow at 182 base speed. I was not expecting the Glare there, so I am a little bit nervous with this Mon here, but it definitely was probably a safer play for him to go for Glare. We now are in a situation where we need to pick up, we need to get rid of that Jug, and Arbok now is more of a threat. I mean, we'll have Bruxfish out later on, because our Bruxfish is base speed wise 207, so we could even threaten a KO on both Mons if something goes down like Barraskewda here. He's gonna go Ariados. He's gonna swap an Ariados. Bastion will go down. That's not the end of the world, and I'm gonna get fully parried, not getting any damage on the Ariados there. So that's not favorable for me for sure. We'll go into Bruxfish here and threaten a KO on something. Arbok is probably the bigger threat, because yes, the thing does have sticky webs, but Arbok doesn't have any protect. But then again, we get the KO there. Arbok could Terra Dark here, actually. I think we Psychic Fang Ariados now. Looking at it now, I think we Psychic Fang the Ariados. Yeah, there's the Terra Dark like I thought. So that's why I was like, ideally, we actually need to get rid of Ariados here because he's going to Terra Dark. And we're going to get some massive damage. He's going to go into Jugulus here to prevent. I mean, we still don't do any damage. So I don't do much. We have a kill into this Arbok. I would preferably want to get rid of Arbok here. With Terra Steel, this thing is pretty much a double support mon. Judgment, Recover, Snarl, Tailwind, Will-O-Wisp, Icy Wind. We have a lot of things that can kind of do to us. And we just don't have the mons, the great support mons to deal with it. I think we'll go to Petron here, which might have been a bad play. Yeah, I think I was like, actually, he probably was going to knock off. And we're not going to get to kill that Arbok, which is not good. That is very bad for me. This is a tough matchup now. He actually doesn't have a kill into my mons. Unless he doubles here, but I'll go for the Recover. Okay, he does go for the... Oh, that does out kill. And, all right. Yo. Theoretically, we beat him. Theoretically now, chat? Oh, no, I said chat. Theoretically, we beat him now. All right. Let me think here. So now we need to make some... He has Tailwind for 2 more turns. We have to think here, what is the better play? Venusaur can deal with both of the mons pretty easily here. And now, with that Choice Band knocked off, okay, with Choice Band knocked off, we can deal with the Arbok here. He might Glare. But yeah, we'll have to, he's gonna miss a Will-O-Wisp. That's fine for me. Arbok goes down here, which is kind of the bigger thing for later on in the game, and we're gonna get some huge damage off of Arceus here. And I think what we'll do with Venusaur is protect, because he might try to double it with Iron Jugulus coming in, and that would be the best thing for me, honestly. Brachion. Yeah, he has a lot of good he has a lot of legendaries here. It is what it is. We'll protect with Venusaur here, just make sure we don't die. He's gonna try to Will-O-Wisp into the slot, and I think Barraskewda will go down here, which is fine because we're gonna have speed control yet again. I think we could go Arboliva here, and then no, we're Terra Normal, so it's not gonna really help us here. We went for Rock Slide. That's not a Life Orb, that's Banded Rock Slide from the Terrakion here. So now we'll go for an Energy Ball. Venusaur, we really need to get rid of that Arceus Steel. It's just kind of... We could actually Earth Power here, theoretically. Get rid of that. And Terrakion, we can Giga Drain with Venusaur here. I think that's the right play here. I doubt he's going to really think Arceus is dead. And this is looking really good here. All right. Here we go. This looks good. This is a good favorable position for us. He's going to go Avalok. That's fine here. We're going to get burned by the Arceus here, which is not the end of the world. And now he's going to bring out the Jugulus. We're going to need to swap out into Bruxfish here. Right? Ideally. Because if we go for Earth Power, that'll do 51. We really need to deal with that Jug. But now, though... Maybe it's good to keep Arboliva out. Or Arboliva in. I'm trying to think based on the end game of this. Brachion, damage wise. Let's have 2-Ko and 2 Stone Edge. This is the wrong set, by the way. Almost an O-Ko there. Maybe what we do here is we Earth Power into that. And then We protect. We did I protect last turn? No, I didn't. Okay. I'm gonna tear water here. Do 47 with the earthquake or earth power. I don't know why I'm saying earth power. The hurricane. And yeah, that's a play. I got to tear water here. Get damage off on the Jugulus. And then we get the damage. We get the kill. And now I think we are in the position of a win. So now what he's going to have to do is he's going to have to... Does Terrakion pick up a KO? He'll probably close combat. He doesn't have a KO into my thing here. So what he'll do probably... What I could do here is I Psychic Fang here and I protect with Venusaur. I'm going to go for Rock Slide. Fine. We should live. Body Press. Yep. And we're going to Psychic Fang. Oh, shoot. And now we're in a win position. Because that's a 2-co. We live. We're going to outpace this thing. We're going to have to, we have to put the little salt in the wound there. We have to put a little salt in the wound there, baby. Salty. I might have to title this Salty Noob Gets Destroyed like a Temp 6T video. We might have to go to the Temp 6T style video here. And we get the dub. GG's. I have to put that out there. We have to put a little salt there. Look at that W there. I don't know. That's a good match. I'm not gonna lie. We might have to. That might be the game of the video. I've never done a game of the video, but that's gotta be the game of the video. Oh my goodness! What a game there! What a game there! That is a crazy win there. Well played by my opponent. Even though there's a little salt in the mix. All right, let's get into the next game here, where we are actually now 1539. So we didn't get much elo, but that is what it is. We're facing a 1627 elo player. All right, so we have to deal with a Cloth and a Samurott here. I do have Trick Room. I have Trick Room Glacier. That's a really deadly combo. We also got Miraidon. We got a lot of speed on our side, but we also got a lot of slow mounts on our side. But looking at our team worry, I don't really see an issue with Samurott, though. It can do a lot of damage here. What we could do is I think the Cloth doesn't really do anything here. I mean, Cloth does a lot to Glacier there. Not much, but it does a lot. If he goes for the double into my 42 plus 42, yeah, 40 it's like 44 roughly. 44 plus 48, maybe pretty much enough to kill you Glacier here. So I think what we'll do here is yeah, the only problem is if we want to get Trick Room Trick Room Glacier, we have to deal with Samurott. That's the goal to do. Which we do have a good damage into the Draco. We could actually double this Samurott here. And it is going to Rock Slide it. We are going to take a little bit of damage. The thing is Scarf, by the way, because that's faster than my Cloth. He's going to get that Ceaseless Edge, but we are going to pick up the first KO with Glacier, getting our Chilling Nay boost, which is pretty much a Moxie, but the signature ability for Glacier. We have a really good positioning overall, and he's going to bring out into Solgaleo there. That's a Mon. That's a Mon for sure. And I think we could probably keep the Walking Wake alive. Like I said, this thing is choice item user Scarf here. Actually, it definitely is a problem for me, because now that I know he's choice item Scarf, we're gonna need Golduck out. So I think what we'll do is just actually sacrifice our Walking Wake here into the death. He's gonna go for Flame Charge, so that's a good intel move to know. And then we'll bring out our Golduck here. And Glacier, honestly, probably high horsepower. The only issue I'm worried about is if it does go for speed, the game's going to get a little tougher. So what I think we'll do instead is we'll go for the Icicle Crash to get a little bit of damage off. because we can't drop its speed. He's gonna tear dark. Interesting choice by him. We're gonna have that citrus pop, so that's gonna be perfect for us. We are gonna get a good damage on the cloth, and now our Glastrier is definitely in a little bit of a pickle, you could say. We can't drop speed on this thing, so if we go Golduck here, we have to go for Hydro Pump on the cloth, and that should get us in a good position as long as he didn't double the Golduck slot, but we should live one. Yeah. Just don't do this to me, game. Okay, perfect. Good positioning overall. But now it's so tough because I really do need Rapska here, and this Mismagius is just going to continue. We've seen 3 Mons that have shut down our Rapska here. We cannot let Rapska ever come in at this point, it feels like. So we'll go for the Earth Power here. High horsepower. And does I have a KO into my Golduck here? It doesn't really, so I think he's actually... I'm looking at the wrong one. It does, actually. So I'm looking at the lateral half of my team. If I can do like a pivot after this to deal with you, we have a good chance of KOing that. He does have speed, so he'll be faster. And Mismagius is faster, so he actually will have the double there. This is definitely a tough matchup for sure. Looking at it a little bit deeper here. I think what we'll do is Icy Wind the here. We do live. He does go for Dazzling Gleam, and we're gonna get at least faster than Mismagius, which is kind of what we needed to do to let Miraidon come in. Because now that we're faster than Mismagius, even though it does have Dazzling Gleam, we're still going to theoretically be faster and get the much needed damage with Hydro Pump on Golduck here on the Mismagius, because now we live a hit. Plus he's already burned Terra, so it can't be like Terra Fairy, Dazzling Gleam, doing like over double the damage. He's gonna go for Flame Charge on Golduck, trying to get rid of it, which is good for me because I think we get Solgaleo down here. Yep. And he'll probably Dazzling Gleam yet again, but we're gonna get good damage with our Golduck here. And Miraidon comes in, and now we can honestly bring in Frostmoth. Frostmoth is looking really good, and he's gonna have a Reuniclus, so he could Trick Room, which I mean that wouldn't be anything bad for me, honestly. And we obviously don't have a good KO into it. We could maybe go for Frostmoth KOing, but we don't actually have a KO there. We actually are no bug bugs, so that's interesting. Let's get rid of the Frostmoth here. He might try to kill Miraidon. I think he'll set up Trick Room depending on his last mon. Yeah, he's gonna set up Trick Room. That's fine. And a Bombardier is his last mon on the field, so I think we'll go. We'll let our Miraidon go down and then go Rabska here, which would probably be the best play. So we'll protect with Frostmoth. We're going to go down to the Reuniclus here, and he is going to go for Rock Slide, locking him in. So that means I could Tear Ground. More than likely, I could go for Tear Ground here. We need to go into our Rabska here, and we need to do some massive damage with the Rabska here. So we'll have to go for Struggle Bugs. That'll drop its special defense, which would be pretty good for me. And we're going to have to Ice Beam the Bombardier here. And we should... Oh, that crit, though, might have lost me the game. But as long as I hit... Okay. Interesting game. He forfeits because I don't think he had a move to kill me. So we get another dub, and that's 1564. We are going up, up, and up. Going fast as all get out. And we are playing us really well. I do think stacking the Miraidon was the better choice. That crit Shadow Ball did kind of suck, but I think we were still good to go. And we're going to find an Arceus Fly and Glass Street here. That is, those are some combos. We've seen a lot of Arceus today. Like last one, we saw a lot of Regidrago, and this one we see a lot of Arceus flying. So it's kind of funny seeing all these like Arceuses that are like really, I mean, this one's really good against my team, if I'm being honest. There is Sleep Clause, so I can't double sleep my moms. But I think preferably I'm going to Sleep Powder. What's the bigger threat actually to my team? Looking at it wise, we need to probably sleep the Arceus flying here, because we do have Rotom in the back though. Glacier does kind of hit 1-2 with Dodrio and Toadscroll here. I do need to kind of keep that in mind when thinking about my choice here, but I think ideally sleeping an Arceus that can start calm mining and setting up for a sweep could be scary for sure. We'll also turn on timer just to keep the pressure up as usual, trying to get our skills up and going. I have coffee. I've been drinking coffee. I make what's called, I call it, I don't know if it's an official name or not, is the Broke Mocha, which is literally like a hot chocolate packet, which I use like Swiss Miss hot chocolate. I think that's, if you get the best, if you're looking for the best hot chocolate powder and not making homemade, it's Swiss Miss. It's really good. My favorite for sure. But you would do Swiss Miss and then like coffee, and then you just stir it up together, and that's how you get like the Broke Mocha, I call it, because you don't really, because there's things called mocha java beans, which do in fact is how you make a real mocha, but I don't buy. It's kind of pricey for mocha java beans, so or mocha beans in general. So I think ideally the best thing to do is make a Broke Mocha, which saves me a lot of money. I only drink coffee like once a day, which is really good. I do enjoy my coffee. Gets my morning going. I try to have like a good, like a way to like get myself motivated every morning is to try to send one thing of positivity every day, and and coffee. I usually always send a good morning message, just because like an ounce of, I think my life motto is, if I can make one person's day positive, I'm doing something right. Whether it's saying a good morning message every day to people I know and to my community day, to my community, it makes me feel better. And then, you know, I love my community here. Honestly, just, it's a nice community. I love doing this. You guys should definitely join. It's in the description. You should be able to see the Discord for it. Amazing people, great artists, great moderators. I love every one of them. And I just love the community. Pokemon community is probably my favorite community. Yes, there's a huge amount of toxicity to it, with like, oh, this thing sucks because of this thing, and this sucks because of this suck, and a lot of things. And there's some like truth to some of the hate. Sometimes it's like, okay, you're being crazy for something that doesn't matter. But the community is so nice. I love helping like players who are wait, did we just get to 1600? Oh, 1587. Okay. I do love, so that means like one more good game and we go up. But I do like how much of the Pokemon community is about helping each other, like learning. One of my favorite people, I love to like, there's so many videos out there to help people, and I even use the videos sometimes. It's like Austin John Plays, who makes those shiny hunting guides. I love shiny hunting. I shiny hunt like, and I'm trying to complete a full living dex of that. And the other thing I'd like to do is go for shiny hunting. Okay, what over here do we have? Shiny hunting, and also trying to find Pokemon in the Pokedex for my decks to get a shiny charm. I usually have to like pull up retro, is it like a retro gaming? I have no idea, but his channel is amazing because he's like, here's how you find this thing, and it takes him a minute. Or it's like in this game, and he's like, you can only get in this game, you can only get at this certain time, and all this stuff. I'm like, that's really helpful to like know this stuff. All right, so anyway, so besides the point there, we have to deal with a Rhyperior here, and honestly, this Kyogre, and so honestly, I don't really see the Kyogre being an issue. Truth be told, I think if anything, he just goes for Ice Beam. It's always Scarf. I don't see him really caring that much. I think we just go for the double into the Rhyperior and get rid of probably a very threatening mon. Yeah, he's gonna go Rillaboom. That's exactly what I was thinking. We're gonna get huge damage there. Is this weakness policy? It is weakness policy. So, ooh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna leave a mark. I think as long. Okay. That's not good. We'll go for the Protect here with Lurantis because it'll probably fake out the Lurantis slot. Yep. Figured as much. As long as Trevenant lives here, we're gonna get our Trick Room up because yes, it is weakness policy, but we are faster under Trick Room with Trevenant as long as Grassy Glide does not pick up a KO, which it doesn't. So we will Pollen Puff after this with our Trevenant going in. And we should be fine with this Rhyperior going down. It's a weakness policy. It does have Protect. It could theoretically protect here. So that could be an issue. But as long as I'm gonna be faster. My Lurantis is faster under Trick Room. He has Appleton. Ooh, okay. Very, very good mon there. We're gonna get our recovery on Trevenant though, which is really nice. He's gonna U-turn with on my Lurantis there, so that means he does have knockoff. That's really good to know. He has an Avalugg, a lot of speed. Well, has some low mons on his team, surprisingly. That's not as good as I would like to be. 104, 108. I think we'll just protect, try to stall out. So, ironically, stall my own Trick Room. Sometimes Trick Room is good, other times it's bad. Right here, it's a little bit worse, I thought. But now that I'm looking at it, Avalanche has negative priorities. Does my Lurantis go down to a Dragon Pulse, though, is the question. It doesn't. So we could theoretically... Avalanche will pick up the KO, but if we could theoretically get a lot of damage, especially because my team doesn't really do well against the ice type Avalugg here. We can go for the Poltergeist, trying to get some damage off on the Appleton. Kind of tough to think. I think ideally, looking at my team, a bigger threat, because we can just kind of OHKO it with Squawkabilly. Ideally, the threat will be the Avalugg here. What does more though is the question for my mon. So we're gonna do a Wood Hammer because grassy terrain is gonna help boost that damage, and we'll go for a superpower into the Avalugg here. So we're gonna get 29 there, pretty good damage. Lurantis should live one like I thought, and then we're gonna go for the superpower, get a little bit more damage on the Avalugg, and he is gonna get rid of it, which is understandable there. So now, since we still have Trick Room up for a turn, we'll go into our Pink Urchin here. And we got a KO on the Avalugg there, which is like really good for me. And we'll just go for the Poltergeist on the Appleton here. And we'll get rid of this Avalugg, which is really needed there. And Poltergeist will do insane damage to Appleton. He is going to set up a Leech Seed. That is a little bit unfortunate there. And now it really depends on what he wants to do here. He might go Scarf Kyogre. He's going to go Rhyperior. Okay. Does Rhyperior have a KO into my on here? It does not. Not an easy one, I think, with even a double with the app 40. High is 40 of 30. We should always get Trick Room up. We don't have Protect. We'll go into our Fortress here just to make sure we live. Yeah, high horsepower is still going to do a lot. Ooh, he does call a double. That's a well played by him. I really need to deal with this Appleton, though. Honestly, the Appleton is starting to get kind of annoying here for sure. Looking at his team here, probably Iron Defense with Fortress. Yeah, he's gonna protect. He's just gonna scout. It's a good play by him. But now, though, we are in a pretty prime position for this Fortress. We can now start body pressing this Appleton. It doesn't really do much to me. So we have a little bit of defense on our side here, and that's going to be really, really good there. So that's going to get a kill on the Rhyperior, which we really needed there. We are going to probably take a little bit of damage with Dragon Pulse off of the Appleton. We're going to get some huge damage on body press. Ripin's going to get it back up to full, though. Yeah, Appleton is good. I definitely need to get rid of it in the pretty quick future. I know Squawkabilly is still good. I think after this Trick Room's done, we don't really need Trick Room. He's going to fake out that Fortress. Just to let people know, is going to fake out the Fortress here. I can't really do nothing about that. But honestly, what we can do is try to kill the Trevenant, or kill the Rillaboom. Additionally, my Trevenant is not doing great now, because now that Ripin has been used by Appleton, I actually am going to not really do anything with this Trevenant. So I really need to deal with the one side there. Fortunately, I don't really do much here. He's gonna fake me out and just kill me. Is what it is. Oh, I live. Oh wow. Appleton moment. Or I mean, not Appleton moment. The Fortress moment. He's still gonna be faster though. Under Trick Room. That's why I'm like, I gotta stop the Trick Room after this. because we don't really do much anymore with the Trick Room. So what we need to think about is how do we deal with the Squawk ability? Pretty just comes in and just can kill it. But the only other thing we have to worry about is, has he terrored yet? He has not terrored yet. So if he is Terra Steel, this game is pretty much could be a potential lost cause type of game. Rillaboom does live. We're going to go down. And now we definitely need to worry about this Mon here. I might go Kyogre here. I'm going to go Empoleon. That's his last Mon. So I said no more Trick Room. I'm debating, is Trick Room viable here? Again. Looking at it, 34 plus. Oh, I don't want to go Squawkabilly now because this Empoleon does threaten a KO on my Mon here. I think what we'll do, we're gonna have to still go Pincurchin here, but just to bait it out, because he's going to try to Trick Room here. He thinks I'm gonna. Honestly, we'll still go for the Trick Room here in case he does go for Protect. We are gonna get the Trick Room back up again. But man, is this this Appleton's a problem. I think now we'll swap the Squawkabilly because he's not gonna stay in with Empoleon. He sees that I KO it. He knows I threaten it. He's gonna swap out into probably Rillaboom here just because he lives another one. Does my Wood Hammer kill here? It does. You can do that pretty confidently. I doubt he's gonna stay in. He might stay in. I'm getting a little worried. Ooh, that's not gonna be good if he killed my Squawkabilly. That's not good. I put a lot less threat on this Appleton than I thought I would have. Looking at the situation at hand here. This is not good. Looking at my situation here, this is not like I'm gonna win this one now. Unfortunate. How much do we do? 56 plus 23. Yeah. I can't beat the Appleton, man. I can't break the Appleton. Very unfortunate. I should have focused on the Appleton a little bit more. I honestly think what I blundered with is keeping my Trevenant out and keep trying to set up Trick Room. He has a Citrus. I'm screwed. Yeah. I definitely made some bad plays there. I can already tell some of the plays that I should have not done. Looking at it now. Yeah. This isn't good. I don't know if I can outpace an Appleton. Probably not, honestly. Looking at the rest of my team here, he has the Scarf Kyogre in the back. That just kind of blames me. I definitely think what I should have done here is once Trick Room was gone, swap into Squawkabilly and threaten the Appleton, because now we're in a situation where this Appleton was always going to live. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I did not think he was going to stay in with Empoleon, truth be told. I did think he was going to swap, but I guess there's not really a risk doing so. So, I mean, it makes sense now looking back at it. I definitely think I know what I did wrong for the game. And that definitely sucked. We'll Protect here. Does he fake out? He's going to go for the Grassy Glide. He's Apple's Acids. And yeah, it's pretty much over. I messed up with the Appleton. I definitely played that wrong with Appleton with the worry of Appleton. Yeah, I don't really have anything there anymore right there. Yeah, we are screwed there. Okay, so Appleton, yeah, note to self on the Appleton there. I should have really considered Appleton more of a threat. We do KO, but it doesn't matter at this point. Only thing I can do is really just like, yeah, it's over. burn him. I could burn him. Burn. All right. No, there's no way I can outpace that. I was about to say, I was like, I think the only shot is if I can, I need like a Thunderbolt Para here. Holy Para, and yeah, he's faster anyways, even with me dropping speed. So that's unfortunate loss. We'll do one more. Hopefully we can get to 1600 through this game. On fourth though. All right. All right, there we go. Let's see what we got here. Archaludon and Achieve versus Articuno and Tatsugiri. So this is an interesting matchup for sure. Archaludon just dies to Tatsugiri. Tatsugiri is a big click and threat to both my Mons here. So what I think I'll do in the, oh wow, I have Tatsugiri's a problem on my on my team to deal with. Wow, this Mon is scary. If I -1 this thing, I'll guarantee KO. But what I do is actually Snarl here. And if he does set up Tailwind, that's fine. I can Draco Meteor this Tatsugiri. I think that's probably the right play per se. I think that's definitely the right play there. I feel pretty good about the situation at hand. I like my positioning and stuff like that. I do think, yeah, I think I played that right. Also, you might disconnect. So we might just get a free dub there. And if it does, we'll end on a good game. I think. I don't want to end on like a, oh yeah, we tied here. Like I won by default. We'll try to do one more. Let me see what we got. Yeah, we'll do one more to wrap up for the thing. Hopefully with at least another win. I like to do these. We've won 5-1 today. We're doing good. We had a hefty loss though, which is, it sucks when you have a hefty loss to a lower ladder player. When you have when you lose to a technically higher ladder player, and by higher ladder I mean people with higher elo. It doesn't mean they're always higher. They're better than somebody lower ladder. A higher elo, you lose less elo. Whenever you're the higher elo and you lose to somebody lower elo, you lose a lot more elo than whenever you get higher elo. It's kind of hard to explain that whenever it's like word chunking that. But we also have a good matchup into this guy's team here. Honestly, we'll probably just do raw damage. I don't see him. I mean, he might double. Yeah, he's gonna go. He has a Rabombi. Hopefully this Rabombi can please survive this. We're gonna get Flower Trick there, and that's gonna do some good damage. He's gonna go for the knockoff, but now though, our Blaziken is in a good speed control, and normally, you'd want to just kind of heal the Vigoroth, but we're gonna protect here with Meowscarada. Yeah, he's gonna try to get rid of it. But now I'm going to kill this Rabombi with Heat Wave. It's definitely interesting seeing a special Blaziken set in doubles versus singles, wherever you're just like close combat, Flare Blitz, Blam, Blam, Protect, Swords Dance, or Knockoff, or something like that. It's definitely interesting seeing how it works. And that's a forfeit there. We're one game away. We're one game away from 700. We're one game away. Molo Jojo. We're going for 1725 this guy's elo is. So this game means a lot. We are almost at 1600, 1700. This is like a person who's probably about, I mean, it's literally a person away, 100 elo away from reaching top 500. So this game means a lot. And we see immediately a Dipplin and a Iron Crown. I couldn't think of the mon's name. Iron Crown. So what we'll probably do here, I know it's like we need to deal with the Dipplin, but we can easily, I mean this easily, just go for a Tailwind here. I'm debating, like, do I looking at my team does not deal well into this Iron Crown, that I'm honestly kind of debating on if I just go for the Terra Dark. So if I Terra Dark here, I don't think he's gonna, I think I Terra Dark here. But I do some massive damage to Dipplin here. I could use a good amount of damage to Dipplin. And he's gonna go Wigglytuff. That is definitely interesting there. He's gonna probably was trying to get rid of the Murkrow damage as much as he can. But now We do get that speed boost with White Herb. He's going to go for the Psychic like I thought. And really, both Mons are a threat here. Wigglytuff can be a massive threat. And we could double that. I don't really see, especially now that I'm pretty sure he specs, he doesn't do anything to my slot here. So what I'm going to do actually is we are going to deal with the Wigglytuff here with a Brave Bird plus Poison Jab. We do pick up the KO there. And we're just going to assume that he is specs. We're gonna go under the weather. We're going to go under the thing that he is spec here. That we're going to be able to kill the Wigglytuff. He stayed in, so I don't think he specs now. He might Focus Plus here. Tachyon Cutter. He is trying to get damage on the Murkrow. But Eviline Murkrow is a goat. Bulky man. Bulky man. Guys, it's the bulky man here. It is Life Orb. Okay. Offensive Protect sucks. And a Roaring Moon comes out. Okay. What's the Terra? Terra Flying. Truth be told, I think he'll Terra Flying here. He'll probably Terra Flying here. And if this thing is Bulky Protect, which I'm assuming it is, he's going to protect with Iron Crown here. What we could do is probably protect him. Protect against my Mon. Because if he Terra Flying, I don't have any KOs. I want to kind of scout if he's Terra Flying. I think we'll bite and we'll go for double protect and scout what he does here. He protects too. Okay. We're all protecting. This is the protect game. With your host, Protect Man. We'll Brave Bird into this and we will knock off the Iron Crown here. I think he might protect. Conserves me. We could still go for the close combat here. I'm feeling like that might be a good play there. But I think he Terra Flying. I'm nervous. He does Terra Flying, but we're gonna get rid of the Iron Crown. Actually, we don't get rid of the Iron Crown. Ooh. He misses the Focus Blast though. That's nice. 198 base speed. I think what we do, we're still fast. We're still fast as heck. Yeah, we're gonna go get rid of this Roaring Moon here, and we will knock off with Iron Crown again. And he's gonna protect there. That's fine. We're not gonna pick up there. Oh, I am slower. Right. I should have did it differently. We're still gonna pick up the KO. I should have thought about that because now Hitmonlee is at half attack. Not great. A Love Disc comes in. Uh-oh. This Love Disc is a very scary mon in singles and doubles. I know it sounds crazy. The Love Disc, not that scary. It can't be that bad. Love Disc being that bad. Icy Wind. Does it pick up a KO in Flamigo? It does not. So I think actually we'll be fine here. I think ideally with our Hitmonlee, we're just gonna knock off here. Try to get the Citrus Berry off of it. I don't really want it to recover a little bit. It's gonna Icy Wind. I should have thought about that because now he's gonna draw my speed. I needed to get rid of Iron Crown. I'm stupid. Okay, it's fine. We do need to get rid of this now. What we'll do here is protect with Hitmonlee here so he doesn't get slower. He's gonna protect anyways. That's why I figured as much. Let's get rid of the Love Disc. I was like, I realized we gotta stop. You can't play around Love Disc. You really can't. You can't be like, oh, it's a Love Disc, we're gonna push it away. You have to deal with a Love Disc when you see a Love Disc. So now we're gonna have this Dipplin, and this Dipplin is annoying, but it's not as annoying as it once was. We're gonna get rid of this Iron Crown. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of seeing this Iron Crown. Get out of here. And he's gonna get rid of me, which is fine. That's kind of what was gonna happen, and we need to deal with the Dipplin now, which is why I brought out my my Glamora here. He brings out an Across My Dusk. He does kill me. Uh-oh. But I think here we have to Mortal Spin or Sludge Bombing better. Sludge Bomb does a lot. A Mortal Spin I think would be better. Just because we get the poison on it. And that's kind of like, we can just deal with it that way. We're going to Mortal Spin. We're going to get the poison on both mons. So it's becoming a kind of a timer game. He's going to Pollen Puff into the Shaman. I should live. Does he deal with the Glamor? He's Trick Room. So start off with the Trick Room turn 1. We're going to double protect. Because he's just going to try to get rid of it. We're gonna double protect here. He's gonna go for Photon Geyser into the Glamora slot. He's gonna Pollen Puff into the Shaman spot. So now we're in a situation at hand here. I didn't think about that. I forgot about this thing having Trick-Room though. Played by him. Glamora is going to die here. He sack. We're gonna probably lose to the Diplet yet again with Syrup Ball. How much does that do? Come on, Puko. Okay. Pollen Puff doesn't kill me though. Pollen Puff doesn't kill me. What I do here is I'll Sludge Bomb Diplet, Seed Flare into the Necrozma and deal with that. Yeah, that's gonna kill me. That's fine. Pollen Puff shouldn't kill me. We're gonna kill the Necrozma. Now, end game is gonna be interesting for sure. I think we'll protect here. He'll try to Syrup Bomb. He might try to kill my. This is actually tough thinking. I think what we'll do is protect the Shaman here because I think he'll try to get rid of that. He does go for the Syrup Bomb. I should have went for the Synthesis Recover Strat. We're going to recover here a little bit of our HP here. He's also going to get crit. And now I think at this point, the game is over for him. Because we'll just Dark Pulse. He might go for recovery. And we'll just go for Seed Flare. And we do get the dub. Speed boost dropping from the Syrup Bomb. And we get the dub going to 16-23. And that will be doing it there. Thank you all so much for watching. I seriously appreciate it. It's, you know, the time of everything. Pulling up the stats near the end of the video. And we... And we go 34-6 now. We're 16-24. Our GXE is rising. We're going to the top. Unlike that other person said. Thank you all so much. Please subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.